Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, June 4th, 2019. Unity and togetherness, working together. What happens, and what's always happened, the civilization, is that perspectives, concepts, viewpoints, judgment, all of these things keep pieces of ourselves separated. This is why it's been so difficult to unify the civilization of the planet. Why, so many people, the varying taught things that have occurred. Now, this is why it's very difficult, and just look at the landscape, for yourselves. It's why it's so difficult for people to engage themselves with complete positivity. Okay? Now, when you don't know about your mind and ego, and you don't know what their function is, and you don't know how they operate. Remember, knowledge is power and ignorance is evil. So, when you don't know how the mind and the ego operate, you don't know the association here, and you don't know that you're not aware that you have a God inside your body. So when you operate in this fashion, which unfortunately the majority of the civilization, because you have misguidedness, you have disinformation throughout the decades, centuries, have been passed to the next and the next and the next and the next. You have all these varying separations of humanity all over the planet. You've got just an absolute melting pot of every which way but loose. So how can you even maintain positivity with just yourself, with the structure I just shared with you, with just what I've just shared with you? And if you believe you're not powerful, you're not powerful. Okay? If you have low self-esteem and you believe the things about the low self-esteem, that's the way you're going to be. If you believe that you were handed a raw deal in this life and that you just have to accept what you have, that's the way you're going to be. Period. Because you've engraved that, and the mind and the ego, it basically runs the show. Okay? And the self-persecution, the negativities that we all as humans play upon ourselves. It's a never-ending road. We are all participants. But then, bright light appears, and you begin to understand, and you unravel the mystery of who and what you are. You begin to realize that your true divine power, you're omnipotent. You have massive abilities. But, and then you have this tug of war saying, into your mind and ego saying, oh no, you're fantasizing. No, that's not true. You're not that way. You don't have any of that thing. And it's the opposite. Now, if you program a mass civilization collectively for generations, years and years and years and years, thousands of years, it's very difficult for that civilization to come out of the lower dark frequencies, the lower edge energy. Okay? And that's why if we had all of humanity embracing life, respecting life, holding life as the highest value in the universe is, we wouldn't be experiencing on ourselves what we experience. These things wouldn't be engaged. They wouldn't be in operation. We wouldn't have them in our existence. Okay. And when I talk about the entire civilization should be wealthy, everybody on this planet should be wealthy. Now, how would that change things? How would it? Right? Some people think, only negative things. Well, then this would happen, and then that would happen, and then with this and that, and then that. Instead of saying, what a wonderful life, what a wonderful direction. Because in eventuality, it would all shake out, everybody would be wealthy. But how many humans are able to elevate themselves and literally change their vibrational frequency permanently with everything going on around them? You could be on a heading, okay? And if you miscalculate that heading by even a fraction, as you continue to your destination, and if it's off just a hair, you will be hundreds, if not thousands of miles off course. Okay? So can you imagine that unless you maintain with yourself a high degree of positivity within your heart mind, then you're going to be off course. And you're always going to be off course. So it prepares you to move into total financial freedom and wealth. And imagine some of the things that, for instance, here's a quote from Rumi. You were born with potential, you were born with goodness and trust, you were born with ideals and dreams, you were born with greatness, you were born with wings. You are not meant for crawling, so don't. You have wings, learn to use them and fly. Here's a quote from Osho. Non-possessiveness is basically trust in existence. There is no need to possess, because the whole is already ours. And if we understand this, see, a lot of people just don't grasp it. If you know you're a creator, and you know that you can create with every thought. Imagine that. And if you know that you are abundance personified, you're abundance personified. You are abundance. Isn't that crazy, ironic? That you are abundance, and yet look at how many people live way beneath their abundance. And what do? We point out there. Or we point at ourselves and say, well, I'm just not able to do this, or I can't do that, or I can't do this, and this is the way it is. I'm not like them. I can't do that, and that, and this, and that. And that's what happens. Now, doesn't it make sense that we're all creators, every single one of us? With every single thought we create. So, just like I said, if you don't maintain a positivity within yourself, which is there already, and you open up that door, and that's constant. It's absolutely constant. And it irritates people when you're consistently positive. They see something and they go, wow, whoa, this, don't you agree? Look at how crappy, blah, blah, blah. And then you say, no, actually, this is a good thing. And then they freak out and look at you and go, what? How could you see there was a good thing? This takes positive reflection deep within your existence. This brings it out to the surface, into this world, so that you are consistently and constantly in positivity. You are not dipping into the muck. There's no reason to. You see how tempting it is when our mind and ego starts working, and we have all these people saying, oh, how ridiculously horrible, blah, 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 blah. And you're sitting there going, well, I want to dump in that with them. And then there's another part that says, why visit that? What can you see out of this? It's actually enlightening. It's actually positive. Every single thing must sustain positivity. If you don't, like I said, your course and direction, even a fraction off, and you keep traveling, you'll go way off course. That's what happens to most of humanity. That's what happens. All of the disruption on the planet, all of these governments that do harm to the people, all of this, all of those in the secret space program, all of these people and groups vying for this and that, wanting to change this, wanting to change that, there's no harmony. See? So when I talk about maintaining your course, it is to stay in complete positivity. Always. That is an accomplishment, and that is a firm mission, even though your God is all of that and beyond. Do you see the difference? See the separation? So when you merge with your God, when you're so completely aware and love with your God, then all of these other things you view from the perspective of saying, I don't participate in that anymore. I am an abundant being. Why would I even dip into those lower frequencies to cause myself to go into turmoil? Because I'm going to tell you something. We literally attract every single thing because of our mind and ego, and it's in control. We attract it all. Now imagine if you were in control and you directed, right? And you were the composer, and you were the creator. These are the real things that you truly are, but that's mostly dormant because you're in the back seat and the chauffeur, your mind, and ego, its passenger, are in the front seat. See what I mean? There might be a voice that says, no, I want to go this way, and the mind, the chauffeur says, oh, we're going this way. Take you around. And then after a while, you don't even question it. The mind takes you. Okay? Where it chooses to go. It's a common process. It's common. It works all the time. So if you understand that, you embrace that, then you begin to understand who and what you truly are from a 360-degree inside and out perspective. So, maintain your course and positivity. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure most of you are. You're going to want to relax. shoulders drop, your back ease, and be in the now. Move yourself into the now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not now from now, but just the now. Be in the now. Only. Very moment. You'll find that you will relax without conflict. Your whole body will go into an ease, relaxation. While you're relaxing, you're going to want to breathe. You want to breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And as you breathe in, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003. And then exhale through the mouth. You want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Breathing is so empowering and important. When you breathe in through the nose, you're breathing in divine positive energy. This identifies you. It communicates this divine positive energy, the collective consciousness of the universe. All that you are, ever have been, ever will be, is a communication with all of these pieces and these particles of consciousness. And when you breathe this in, it conveys and communicates a message to your God self. And it addresses the fact that you're a pure creator, and every single, imagine now from your heart mind, from your God, that your thought is the creation. Now, it communicates to you that you stay in a high frequency. You vibrate in that frequency. And after a period of time, you do not want to leave it. You don't desire to. You stay in it. And this maintains a high level of positivity. So you are not lowering into the low frequencies of doom, woe is me, why, and you're empowered. So you literally shine from the inside out your abundance. And this abundance lifts you up into high positive energy. And the positive energy, no matter what you look at, no matter what you see, your perspective is from a positive and not a cynical perspective. It is a positive, uplifting, high frequency. You see how this goes? It's how you maintain it. The minute you begin to drop down into the stinking thinking, where you look at things pessimistic, cynical, judgmental position, you begin to realize, and maybe not, that you're creating the very thing that you desire not. That you're creating abundant, non-abundant turmoil. That you're creating the very existence in life that you don't care to be engaged with. You see how tricky it can be. But once you grasp and understand the God inside of you, only desires one thing: for you to be joyous, happy, blissful, tremendously abundant, tranquil, fulfilling. And And once you are able to identify and understand that, you become very much empowered, very much aware, and very clear. And guess what? You're the master and commander. You're the light ship. So you navigate, and you know exactly. You have the map. All there is, ever has been, ever will be. You know how to navigate through the sequences of low frequencies that pull you down into the derogatory, negative, cynical, pessimistic thinking. Because if you go there, remember, you go off course. And as long as you stay there, you continue to go off course. And then many people wonder, why am I not here? And why can't I do this? And why don't I have this? That's why. If you are in a negative situation, you have the power to alleviate the situation through your heart, mind, and how you view every single thing in your existence. If you view it as being negative, they're negative, this person's negative, or my husband's negative, or my wife's negative, or my kids are negative, my boyfriend or girlfriend's negative, or this is negative, I'm always around negativity, everybody's down on the mouth of it. You become immersed in it, you will create the same, and your life will be full of cynicism, pessimism, negativity, egoism. It's a fact. It is an absolute fact. Now, when you breathe out, you're breathing out all the things that attach themselves to you. All of the things that the mind and the ego, all of these things that come in, they're kind of nonchalantly come in, and the next thing you know, you're acting them out. Catch you off guard. And then you go, wow, I'm not staying in this. There's no way. It does not feel good. It isn't positive. I'm dropping it out. You expel it. You become lighter. You fold into your heart mind. You're floating above the heart. So you're almost, you're up in the, above the heart, up into the upper chest region, up into the throat. And you're floating there effortlessly. And as soon as you do this, you're merged with your God self. It's there embracing you fully, merging and blending. You feel this deep eternal love, this warmth, this contentment, this confidence, this courage, literally empowering you through this merge. You're elated. Your frequency is accelerated upward. And then you find yourself completely encapsulated in a perfect sphere. The gold white pink light of prime source creator God's keeping you up on the all of God's love, for example. The emerald green healing flaming light. Purple transmuting flame, the violet ray of the white fire. The violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. All of this is part of you. It's positive frequencies. Massive. And you move with this. You're completely protected. The only thing that can penetrate this sphere is deep eternal love. Nothing else can. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light around the equator of this planet, this Gaia, this Earth, this terra crystal. And it literally starts at the equator. And it literally covers the planet from top to bottom. Deep eternal love. And you can see through the air and the atmosphere, glitter, kind of reflecting trillions, quintillions of light reflecting positive energy, love light energy particles saturating the atmosphere, everything. And we begin to float up effortlessly. And as we do that, we call upon parts of ourselves, pieces of the one. And we call upon all of the light energy beings and all of the universes, dimensions and densities, existences, beyond the limit of creation. And they are deep eternal love from deep eternal love. Benevolent, kind, generous, humble. And they come in the glugaplexes, massive numbers, filling the whole solar system, filling the sacredness of space, branching out 360 degrees throughout all into the universes, into all existence of deep eternal love. And they're here with us, and we embrace them, and we are enthused in jubilation to be one with them. And we feel the deep eternal love as it expands and saturates. And we're humbled by their presence, and we thank them as they do us. We call upon the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archangels, all of the angels, the entire civilization, who are in deep eternal love and from deep eternal love. Who are kind, benevolent, generous, humble, peaceful, tranquil. They come in. They merge with us, and they join us. And we feel the surge, the happiness, the joy, the exuberation as it advances and expands. We embrace them, we love them, and we thank them, and they thank us, humbled together as one family. We call upon all of the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Ganesh, Gaia, Lakshmi, Buddha, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Saint Germain, Abundantia, all of them, they all come in. All of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love. They are in tranquility, they are in peace, they are in joy, and they are in humbleness. And we are happy with them, and they are us, and they are grateful and thankful as we are with them. We are humble as they are. We are one. We feel their love, their happiness, as they can ours. We call upon all of the inhabitants of this planet, Agartha, Hollow Earth, Inner Earth, beneath Earth, all of these civilizations who are deep eternal love from deep eternal love, who are kind, benevolent, caring, generous, unselfish, and humble, and they join us in this meditation, immediately merging massive numbers, embracing, loving, caring, nurturing, humbly, unselfish, and generous. We love them, they love us. We are happy, and they are happy. We are both humbled with each other. We are one. We call upon all of those civilizations who are assisting this civilization, this human civilization, civilization of this planet, in its freeing itself from self-imposed bondage, in its elevating itself in its own evolution, its own enlightenment, its own ascension. As it advances, they are of the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love. They are generous, benevolent, humble, and they are with us. We love them and they love us. We are together as one. We call upon all of the loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, in the purest of humbleness, caring, generosity, joy. They're with us in massive numbers. We embrace them. They embrace us. And we are thankful for their presence and grateful as they are us. Our light is expanding exponentially, saturating everything that it comes in contact with in deep eternal love. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and in this planet at this very moment. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, gnomes, trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaids, the dolphins, the whale, Pegasus, the unicorn, and many, many, many more. They are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love, and they join us immediately, and they merge with us into the circle of light. As far as we can see, there is nothing but an ocean of light, of deep, eternal love light energy. It expands out far, far to the very ribbon of creation. It transforms all of the universes that it saturates in. We are grateful for the family that we have assembled on this day in this meditation. We are humbled by all of their presence and participation, and we thank them with deep eternal love. We look up and we see our meditative sphere that we created. It is holding all of our meditations in perpetual motion. The millions that are participating in this meditation on a daily basis are transforming this planet, the entire civilization of life, in an upward catapulting effect to the higher frequencies of deep eternal love, peace, abundance, prosperity, and joy. We can feel the saturation of this sphere. It can be felt, heard, and seen throughout all the universes, densities, and dimensions and existences. We feel it as it saturates the tops of our heads, through our entire biological bodies, through our entire God existence in the body, from head to toe, inside and out, and around. It fills us with deep joy, happiness, high, very high frequencies. And we are creators. And in these frequencies, we create nothing but beauty and joy and peace and love and happiness and abundance and prosperity. We create it all. We do not visit the low frequencies. We have no need to. Our minds and egos have taken a back seat, have gone into a peaceful state. Our heart mind is the master and commander. We perform only in the high frequencies, consistently, evermore. We look upon the planet, we see all of our brothers and sisters. We send them the deepest eternal love from our gods to theirs. And we do everything possible in the highest love to assist them, elevate their frequencies, and to move into their gods, and to become in joy, peace, prosperity, and happiness, in total peace and abundance. This is why we're here. Lift ourselves and all of life, to honor, to respect, to be at peace with ourselves, to love ourselves, and to love all on this planet. And in it, we are one. We are God. Feel it. Experience it all of our brothers and sisters on this planet. We love them all, deeply, always. And we love all life, deeply, and always. Joining the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Take this energy with you throughout the day, the evening, the night, into the following morning. Remember that one smidgen off course, one hair, without acknowledging, will send you way off course and put you into the negative frequencies, negative thoughts, energies, and attitudes. Be cognizant in your heart mind to always be, and I know what people say always, but it is very doable, into the higher frequencies, positivity. We'll have a time for change call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We may or may not have Sheldon Neidl. And we will be back here June 5th, 2019 at 3 p.m. Eastern.